In this series of videos, we have gone through several different examples of how you can utilize the resources found on the SAY Clearinghouse in your own classroom and laboratory. Today, we are going to look at the other part of our complete program, that is, the Supervised Agricultural Experiences, or SAEs. Student SAEs are foundational for career readiness and success. They give students the opportunity to learn and develop specific skills in an industry and apply academic and career skills in the workplace. But an important component of this is the knowledge and skills students need in order to be safe while working in agriculture. Each student's SAE is visited and supervised by the teacher, as well as evaluated on productivity and safety. Safety while students are participating in their SAEs is extremely important because of the high level of risk students experience while working in agriculture. Haddons Matrix is a table showing the host or human factors, the agent or the cause, and the environmental factors like physical or social environment that all combine to create an incident. Using this table allows you to assess possible outcomes and create practical prevention measures for your students. By assessing these contributing factors from the perspective of host, agent, and environment, we can identify multiple points where we could prevent or reduce injuries. The Injury Risk Assessment for SAEs is an easy-to-use assessment form and was developed specifically for a teacher, a parent, or an employer to conduct a safety assessment of a student's SAE based on the job, the working conditions, and the injury preparedness. Ideally, this form should be completed after a student completes the SAE Code of Practice and the student self-assessment documents found on the SAY website. The first step to this table is a pre-work assessment. The goal of this phase is to reduce students' exposure to hazards. This is where we look at elements that could lead to an incident, that could cause injury, and remove them if possible. For example, is the student mature enough to handle the job? Are they old enough to understand the dangers of the work environment? And is there an on-site training and supervision? You would also have an opportunity to assess the level of risk and recommend an action and target date for completion. The second step of this table is working conditions assessment. The goal of this phase is to reduce the interaction between the student and any hazardous forces that can cause an injury. When assessing working conditions, the teacher should be identifying safety guards and preventative measures that are in place to protect the student from an injury. Let's say a student works on the farm. Do they dress appropriately for the job? Do they work with any equipment? And do they have proper safeguarding in place? What recommendations would you make? The third and final step is the Injury Preparedness Assessment. The goal of this phase is to minimize the damage caused by hazards once an injury has occurred. This step is really an opportunity for you to talk to the student about the emergency protocol for their place of work. Do they know the address in case they have to call 911? Do they know where the first aid kit is located? As part of this phase, the worksite preparedness for an injury is taken into account. This includes emergency protocols that are in place, available medical equipment, the training of the supervisor or other employees in first aid, and the availability of other emergency facilities while on the job. As a teacher, if you are interested in helping students manage risk in their supervised agricultural experiences, you have the resources available to you. On the Clearinghouse homepage, if we scroll down, we'll come to a link titled Injury Risk Assessment for Supervised Agricultural Experiences. This page shows us the resource type and the alignment of this resource. If we click the link on the website, that will direct us to the content we can use to teach about safety in supervised agricultural experiences. We hope these resources have been valuable to you. Thank you for caring about your students and for helping to develop a culture of safety.